It's a good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting at Lakeside Park this morning. Just had coffee and a couple places and enjoying some time. And so we're going to show you a little bit about the lake here, and then I'm going to talk about Easter holiday. This is the Lakeside, just off the Lakeside Park here. Beautiful scenery. And today we've got a beautiful sunny day. There's a few clouds out there, but it's beautiful. I think it's good for our health sometimes to just sit back and relax and relax and enjoy all the things we have about us. At age 88, if we can walk and talk and enjoy people, we're in heaven now, whether we know it or not. So I just wanted to review the Easter weekend. My youngest son Lloyd and his wife Melissa and the girl Lauren, and also his son Jason and his future wife came up to visit, and Glenn, our oldest son, was there too, and we went and had lunch. Had a nice visit, and it was kind of a neat deal because over the years I've snapped a lot of pictures. I've been a photographer for a number of years, not a professional one, but took a picture of everything that moved, whether it was walking or talking, barking, and I had a big plastic container. It was about 2 feet by about 3 feet and a foot and a half tall, with a whole bunch of ring binders of photographs. There was photographs of when our kids were growing up, and we're up at the Stuart Cassiar, and a bunch of music photographs of musicians I played with over the years, and I had those in this box. And of course I'm living in an apartment, and I'm looking down, what I'm going to do with the stuff at the end. So I didn't want to throw the pictures away. So I spoke to Lloyd and Melissa, and she said she has a gadget for creating videos or for digital photographs from regular photographs. So I gave them this huge plastic box full of pictures and ring binders, and said, "Look, now, you're responsible now to look after that stuff. I have no need for it anymore. But I don't want to throw the stuff away because there's some pictures of my late wife there, and her and the kids when they were growing up, and some really good stuff." And so she has a device for scanning those and turning them into digital pictures. So they've accepted the challenge, and they're going to make some discs from that, and then share them. So those pictures will come to life again. And with the technology we have today, each one of those pictures can be put into a program called Windows Movie Maker, and you can make up movies of people's lives, anybody that's in there, or any of the conditions or situations that were there that were depicted in the pictures. If somebody wants to, they can actually make a video from those, because once they're turned into still pictures into digital pictures, Windows Movie Maker program, which is a free download off the internet, will turn them into a slideshow. And that program allows you to put the picture up on display and to talk over each picture for 15 or 20 minutes if you want. And you can add music on each slide as well. So there's a golden opportunity now with Windows Movie Maker to take those pictures and take any amount or a few of them if you want, and turning them into a little slideshow and share it on the internet. And technology is wild. So Melissa and her girl Lauren, granddaughter, they're going to turn those into digital, and we're looking forward to see what happens. And it's kind of wonderful to look back and see all the pictures were taken over a number of years, probably go back to the 1950s, and see what will become of those pictures and what kind of creations we can have from those ones. And I'm looking forward to getting a copy of that back at the time. It's going to take a while because there's probably about 3,000 or 4,000 photographs there. Some of them will be really good, turned to a digital format. So it goes to show us that what we do in life is going to come back, and it's going to be recirculated again. And I'm really fortunate to have thought about to take a few pictures over the years so we can have a record. Now we're seeing on Facebook now, and also on YouTube, a lot of the creations that people do, looking back on their lives, and whether it's picture of their work that they've done, or whether it's picture of their life, and whether they were fishermen, or whether they were carpenters or welders or whatever they did in their life. They're able to project them into a digital format. Whether they're still pictures and not digital, they can convert them to digital now. Apparently, Melissa's got a little gadget. You can stack the pictures inside this device, and the pictures will go through, and they'll convert them one at a time to a digital format and display them on your computer screen. What a wonderful tool. So I have to thank Melissa for the idea of being able to use those pictures, and we're really excited to find out what she's going to be able to do when she gives them back to us. And life is good, and I think it's a good thing to keep memories alive. I can remember a number of years ago, in the year 2000, where Paul Litsky, a really good fiddle player friend of mine in town there, who played fiddle for years all over BC, and we had the pleasure of playing with him for upwards of 40 years. And one day I said to him in the year 2000, Paul, it'd be sure a great thing to have you come down to the house and we'll record a whole bunch of fiddle tunes. And he said, well, who would want to see that? I said, everybody would want to see it, because if something should happen to you, whether you have an accident or whether you die prematurely, all that stuff would go to the grave with you, and we would lose it. So I worked on him for about 3 months, and finally got him to agree to that. So came down to our house, and my wife Barb, who was a bass player at the time, and we sat there and put 40 of his fiddle numbers on a YouTube video. Now that video, if you want to find it, you go on Rubinoff 100 on YouTube and click on videos. You first off got to go on Google and download YouTube, and then type in on the search engine Rubinoff 100, and then click on the word videos, and scroll down until you find a picture of Paul Litsky and his fiddle there. What a wonderful player. It has been a real boon, real pleasure having him over the years to play for weddings and stuff at all kinds of events, weddings and outside park events and stuff like that. Anytime there was a place that people would enjoy music, Paul would go there because he was so happy to play. At the Legion for years. Dances and more dances and picnics. Been a wonderful time. So we create the kind of life we want, and I just wanted to take a couple minutes today and give thanks to my children for appearing there on Easter. And we're going to come up with the idea of having those pictures converted into a digital format, and let's see what happens later on. So I just wanted to show you a little shot of the lake here again. We'll turn that around. This is Cootey Lake, just on the way from the mall, looking towards the mall here. You can walk the full length of this park now, starting at the Big Orange Bridge, and walk the full length of the park all the way down to the airport, and enjoy the scenery along the lake. Beautiful spot. There's a few boats along here, and people live on the other side. We first came here, we lived on the other side here for about a year before we moved into our own place. Beautiful scenery. There's the Big Orange Bridge in the background there. So have yourself a beautiful day, and we will talk later.